Spurs fans, remember before the season started, we were talking about not one lottery pick, maybe two lottery picks, maybe three lottery picks in this stacked 2025 draft class? Well, things have changed. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? TGIF. Quick side note, I'll be live for this Denver Nuggets game tonight and tomorrow for our Spurs, but I wanted to look into the status of the picks we have in this coming draft and just how much have they fallen. Well, I'm going to go to the webpage Tankathon, and this, of course, this data will change on a daily, weekly basis, so take it with a grain of salt, but it gives us kind of an idea where we are right now. Let's start with the Charlotte Hornets. Their pick is lottery protected, top 14. They're 7-25 right now. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA. I think that rolls over to 2 second rounders next year. I never expected that pick to convey as a lottery pick, and was really skeptical with the. I didn't think it was ever going to. No, the Hornets are a mess, so that's kind of a wash. I don't think a lot of us expected to get that pick, so that's out. But the other three picks, we were definitely eyeballing. So let's move down the draft ladder just a little bit. And look, a player that some of you guys want, Kamen Maluk. He's a big dude, 7'2", 250. Wow, I didn't realize he was that big. Anyway, the Chicago Bulls, the pick we have from him this year is top 10 protected. Did we get that one in the DeRozan trade or the Pirtle trade? I think that's the Pirtle trade. I don't remember where we got that Hornets pick, by the way. Was that part of the Derek White trade? No idea. Let me know in the comments. I'm drawing a blank on that one. But the Bulls pick is top 10 protected, and that is a question mark right now. The Chicago Bulls are 15-19, and they're in 10th place. So right now, they're in the last play-in spot. The 76ers, though, are getting better and will likely pass them by year's end. Just where do the Bulls finish? Do they finish as a play-in team, a lottery team, etc.? I think they're going to miss the playoffs and the play-in more than likely, and this pick will likely roll over to next year, which would make it I think it's a top 8 protected in 2026. Wasn't expecting a lot from the Bulls pick, but some of us were like, maybe the 11th to 14th pick, that could be kind of useful. We could use that. Well, it doesn't appear we're going to use that. And then, of course, there's our own pick, which is right now sitting at 14, and this is, of course, probably the biggest question mark on this board. Our Spurs right now are in 17. They are 17-16 in 10th place. They are right ahead of the underachieving Phoenix Suns. The Warriors and Timberwolves have the same record as the Spurs at the time of this video. I think our Spurs could finish anywhere between 7th and 11th, which on one end could be a play-in team, a playoff team, which means no lottery, or we just miss and we're a lottery team. I gotta tell you, Spurs fans, if we make the play-in, there's no way I can sit there and root against our guys. I just can't. It's not to me. Long term, to get a lottery pick in this draft and a chance at, say, Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey would be huge, but I can't root against our guys that have just been fighting all year, playing 82 games, giving it their best, and then when they finally have a chance to move on, well, I hope you lose. I just don't have that in me. That being said, who the heck knows where we're going to finish? Right now, they have us as a fringe lottery team, and of course, the odds are way against us for a top 3 pick, sitting at 14. But stranger things have happened. I do think we'll be a play-in. I really do. Of course, everything with any team, our own team and others, is injuries too. If other teams get injured or we start hitting the injury bug again, that could shift things all around. So this is probably going to change a lot, but I just want to kind of talk about it, get your feelings of where we're at right now. Are you kind of happy with how things are going? You're a little bummed out that these picks, I'm happy with the Spurs are. What I'm not happy with, let's just segue into this next part, because this is probably the pick that I think most of us are disappointed at. That Atlanta Hawks pick. I know why it has a little Lakers thing next to it. We get their pick. We have their underprotected first-round pick. That's weird. Shouldn't have the Lakers on there. The Hawks pick. I was about to say Lakers on. The Hawks pick. The Hawks are 18-16 right now in the Eastern Conference. And the Eastern Conference does have more top-heavy teams than the Western does. The Cavs, the Celtics, and Knicks are way above the rest of the pack. There's less 500 teams. A few in the play-in teams in the Eastern Conference are actually below 500 teams. The Hawks, as it stands, are in 7th place. And I could see them finishing anywhere between 5th and 8th. They're probably a playoff team, and that pick is much better than I thought it would be. I'm sure it's a lot better than I thought, or a lot worse, than you guys thought it would be. I think we all expected the Hawks, based on last year, to be a lottery team again. I don't think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, but bottom 5 in the lottery, yeah, sure. But they're playing well, and I don't think they've changed a lot. They kicked DeJounte Murray out, got rid of him. drafted Zachary Sachet, brought in Dyson Daniels, and those are the only moves I know off the top of my head. But they're playing well, and barring injury, I think they're going to keep playing well. And I don't want to wish for injury on any Atlanta players so we can get a better pick. Don't have that in me, but that's the one that hurts the most because we talk about this a lot in the channel. Like this DeJounte Murray trade looked amazing. Atlanta's probably not going to be very good, right? No, they are good. So our 2025 pick from them has obviously lost value from where it was 6 months ago. That trade in 2026 could be the same situation. You're going to have Versace in year 2. They bring in other players. And then that 2027 unprotected first-round pick, it might not be as good either. Who knows? I still think we got a lot for DeJounte Murray. I think we did good there. But those picks, especially Atlanta playing as well as they are, maybe the GM, I forgot the GM's name, figured, we're not going to be that bad. We trust in the process, if you will, and we're not going to be a lottery team those years. I mean, they obviously lucked out with the Versace pick, getting him number 1 overall. But, yeah, as you take a look at the 4 picks, it's not going to be multiple lottery picks like we were hoping. It might be 0. I think that's the biggest change is when the season started, I think we all expected 1 to 3, 1 being kind of the floor and 3 being the ceiling. 1 to 3 lottery picks. And as now we kind of look at it as the season has progressed and how our Spurs are playing better than we thought they would, which is a good thing, the lottery picks could literally be 0. We could actually end up with 0 lottery picks. The Bulls one doesn't convey. The Spurs make the playoffs. The Hawks make the playoffs. 0. That's a 180 if there ever was a 180. So that's I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I didn't realize how much those picks have changed since before the season started. I've seen somebody talk about, hey, we could trade up in this draft. Let's trade the Hawks pick and our pick to move up. I get where you're coming from, but honestly, would you trade down if you have a top 4 or 5 pick in this draft? No, you wouldn't. So the chance of trading up, not going to happen unless we trade Wemby, which, speaking of not going to happen, we're not going to trade Victor Wembanyama. So, Spurs fans, drop a comment down below. Your thoughts on all this. The Nuggets games, I'm actually curious. Do you think we could split the series? I do. I think we can take one, probably lose the other, and I think that would be pretty good against one of the best teams in the Western Conference. We can split. Sorry, I got some flying bear hair, my girlfriend's dog hair, just flying across my face. I don't know where that came from. I think we can split the series, and I know January's a tough schedule, but if the Spurs can stay above 500 by a game or two, then we're definitely in a good position to make a playoff run. Playoffs, we got to win a game first. So that's all I got. Hit the thumbs up to become an official member and sponsor of TSR Sports, and subscribe to become part of our awesome San Antonio Spurs community. I was going to say something else. Oh, I do want to close with this. I did a short on it. I knew there's something else I want to talk about real quick. I wish Saquon Barkley was playing. It's not Spurs related, but I wish he was playing Sunday. Now I think about it, and I'll do a short on it. I would really like to see him get the rushing record, and to do it against his former team, that's a Cinderella story. So I wish he was playing now, but he's not. So that's all I got. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go, 'cause the Giants stay.